Welcome. I'm super stoked to be here with you today for another meditation session, Lighthouse style. So for today, actually this week, we're kicking off a whole cascade of practices and meditations, and tomorrow a most remarkable set of Qigong forms that have everything to do with immunity. This is like front and center thematically and experientially for us right now. And not just like, you know, baseline immunity, yes, that matters, but I'm talking about getting flesh to flesh, eye to eye, and in a pinky swear kind of relationship with your endogenous immunity, that immunity that is innately available and encoded inside of each and every human being out there walking around in our world. So let us begin with a meditation on for patience. This is, I think, a very important starting line when you're dealing with your inner resources of strength, your emotional strength, your mental strength, your physical strength, your spiritual strength. We want to have a sense of patience. This is going to be a theme this week too for us. So we're going to start right out of the gate here, and you're going to make a mudra that we make a lot. This is Gyan Mudra. So you're going to conjoin the index fingers and the thumbs. Go ahead and make that happen for yourself. And then bring the back of the hands together so that you're creating like a tower or a steeple with the middle ring and pinky fingers, and then hover it about an inch or so, a little bit more than an inch, away from the center of the wheel of your body. And simply tune in with some long, strong, omnidirectional breaths. Let your breath get really elongated and extended, and in doing so, you're going to convey a message of expansiveness and quietude to the mind. When the mind gets loud, the breath begins to shrink, and then the next thing we know, we're holding our breath. That's what fear wants us to do. Fear frames us, and then we're not breathing, or we're breathing just enough to get by. But, you know, we're not interested in just getting by. We're interested in our thriving. So set the gaze at the tip of the nose, sitting up nice and tall. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your low ribs in. Quieting the mind and elongating and extending the soundtrack of your body being breathed. There's no sculpture right now. We'll move into that in a few. So for right now, just get here. Get here in your body. Get here in this moment. Your job as a human being, and in particular, your job as a practitioner of these liberation arts that you learn in integrative practices, your job is unconditional love. We cannot practice unconditional love unconditionally and consistently if we're impatient. So let this meditation steer your pulse away from impulsiveness and into equipoise. Your job is unconditional loving awareness, and everybody else's job and every other situation and circumstance, their job is to push your buttons. And for you to have the inner resourcefulness to respond from a place of equipoise, electing peace. Electing peace. Electing peace. Breathing really deep, feel evidence at the level of feeling of every breath making its mark in the bottom of the belly, in the back of the kidneys, underneath the heart, in the arches of your feet, in your pelvic floor. take your time. It's the direction that matters, the valued direction, the direction you're heading, not the speed at which you arrive at the destination. It's the direction that matters. Know yourself. Know yourself. Inhaling a few moments of deep rapport with the boundless infinitude. And even if your mind is having trouble getting quiet, those moments of uncomfortable realization, those moments of feeling discomfort, are great turning points. Our discomfort is a master teacher if we are willing to sit with it honestly and for as long enough as it takes to get to the gift. Quieting the mind, moving into your unconditionality, letting your heart be undefended, and think of what a trail of smoke looks like when it's coming up off of a stick of incense. It's so graceful and so elegant and effortless. Have that quality in the suspension, in the spaciousness of your inner body as you're breathing. And any time, I like to think of them as TMIs, not too much information, but the tiny mad ideas. Anytime one of those tiny mad ideas pops up into the terrain of your mind, honor it with a nod on the inside, and then just move away from it. If you deprive those tiny mad ideas of your attention, they will subside into emptiness. It's just the way it works. Deprive them of your attention. Undefended heart, a few more breaths here. Cultivating patience. Stay in it. So much power in a breath, in just one breath. And let this patience meditation help you to get more clear with what you're contracting with in your life. Let it galvanize the chi. So for these last few breaths here, stay with the mudra, just navigating the mothership here as I move my arms around the tech. Stay in the mudra, stay in the breath. I want you to work with a kind of inner alchemy in these final few breaths, which is a deeper and simultaneously more elevated way of relating to the physicality and to the energetics, the physics of the breath, okay? So as you inhale, come into that sort of omnidirectional ballooning, and then as you're exhaling, pull the alchemical energy up from your creative, generative center, the second energy crossroad in your body where the sex organs are. Bring all that generative energy up and seed it into your heart so that it's part of what's fueling your passion and your momentum in the way that you're moving into and through your life. You're bringing your generative energy up alchemically to be an active participant in your heart energy. Okay? Get into that feeling of visualizing and connecting. Be a blueprint technician. So as I exhale, then I'm using my visualization on the screen behind my closed eyes to pull energy up from the second crossroad up into the cave of the heart. And do 2 more ascending pulsations. And let everything be in a harmonic synchronicity. The pulse, the gallop of your heart with the breath, with the way the abdominal wall and the pelvic floor are lifting up into the heart and through the heart. An inner alchemy. Take a moment of quietly being. The hands could be on the knees, or they could be cupped with the right hand on top and the hands, palms facing up. Spacious breath, quiet mind. Chi is active but harmoniously so, and it's galvanized. The chi is galvanized. So we're taking the inner disposition of that meditation and how it has fortified the quality and the consistency of patience within us. We're taking that inner disposition with us into the next meditation, which is going to be a meditation upon the inner sun. And this has a direct effect on our immune system. This is a really beautiful practice. So hopefully the finessing of the abdominal wall really woke things up in that last meditation so that you can feel a sense of endurance as we work with breath of fire, a single nostril breath of fire. We do this every now and again in our practices. So I'm gonna give you, you've got a mudra going on with each of the hands. So your right hand is, you're going to make a fist with the right hand, excluding the index finger. Wrap the thumb around the middle ring and pinky fingers. And then the radiance point, the pad of the right index finger, is going to close your right nostril. So you're going to be breathing only in and out of your left nostril for this meditation. The thumb of your left hand is going to connect with the radiance point of the ring finger. You're going to conjoin and ignite the index finger and the middle finger and the pinky finger, okay? So get the feeling here. Do this with the elbows relaxed down. Part of embedding the practice and the disposition of patience within our anatomy means that we're more relaxed in our organism, and we're just more relaxed in the way that we're in our lives versus stressed out and strung out and whatever other title we want to assign to it. Relaxed. So feel the arms relaxed. Feel everything really relaxed. Hold on, I'm gonna DJ and then I'm I'm going to give you the technique. So here we are, and we're going to stay in this for a while. The eyes are going to be looking at the tip of the nose, and what's happening is your immune system is going to be interacting with your central nervous system. You're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system and the right hemisphere of your brain. You're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system and the right hemisphere of your brain to adjust themselves. So what's going to happen most likely at the beginning here is that you're going to feel a little bit of emotional inertia, which will probably be felt in the experience of like resistance, or maybe just feeling very emotional, or maybe not too. It's, you know, it's always site specific, depending upon, you know, what your experiences are, what your alchemy is like right now, and so forth. But that's really what's going on in terms of sort of the energetic moving parts. And so we're working with increasing the light of the inner sun and elevating, activating, and integrating our mental strength, our moral strength, our emotional strength, and our physical strength. Mental, moral, emotional, and physical. These are the various kinds of strengths that are they're the backbone of our immune system. So let's give this a try. I'm going to turn on. So we're not, you know, reciting any kind of mantra, but I'm going to turn on a beautiful mantra as a curtain for us. And as a rhythmic pace for us. Okay, so make a fist. Be sure that the middle ring and pinky fingers are curled into the center of the palm. And we're going to do this for about 11 minutes. Okay, so pace yourself. Ring and thumb of the left hand are conjoined. Relax everything down. The right elbow is going to be up just a little bit higher. And then a breath of fire out of the left nostril. Looking at the tip of the nose, please. Begin to see the ball of light inside of your mind, inside of your heart, inside of your belly, and underneath you, as if you're perched here, practicing the meditation seated upon a sphere of light. Bring the tip of your tongue to the point at the very top of the back of your two front teeth. Stay with the breath of fire out of the left nostril only. Keep the gaze set as much as you can on the tip of the nose. So you can see why setting the stage with the disposition of patience. It's very useful before embarking into this endeavor. So much calm. Your shoulders more. See if you can include the surface intelligence of your abdominal wall a little bit more. With each exhalation, allure the surface, the outer gate of the abs, allure them in and up. Cultivating this endogenous immunity, moral, mental, physical, emotional strength. So that you can lay down the defenses, have an undefended heart, but at the same time know that your organism is working for you at the level of the Iron Curtain, that you are protected. So this meditation is a kind of advanced immune therapy that is super useful for the onslaught of viruses and bacteria. This is a powerful one to have in your belt. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay in it. So the way in which you're practicing drishti at the tip of the nose and the effect that that's having on your glandular system is so powerful. The utilization of your abdominal intelligence is also playing a huge role in creating a shift in your hormonal cascade. So use every part of this inner alchemy of bringing energy up from the second crossroad, the generative, creative energy of the second crossroad. Bring it up into your heart, and bring it up from your heart, also into your mind, and bring it out into your field. It's called sun breathing, hence the name of the meditation, the inner sun. This is sun breathing. And so the continuity of this left nostril sun breathing technology is helping you to clear out the closet of your inner conflicts so they aren't working against your immune system. So every inner disposition is totemically aligned with your radiance, with your immunity, with your joy, so you can be a conscious projector of that clarity. A conscious projector. Let the meditation help build that inner protection. A few more minutes. Give you a time check. Minute 30 seconds left in this. Go full power into it. Full power. Go full power into it. together, the palms of the hands are going to face your heart, and your hands are hovering at the level of your heart's center. And then bring the hands out and feel that kind of like buoyancy. There's an elasticity, there's a play of energy and chi. Relax the shoulders down and feel your vertical alignment. Feel the crown of your head connected to the furthest points in the universe, and feel your tailbone connected to the center of the earth. Feel your jaw relaxed and your mind quiet, your breath spacious. Sitting in the inviolable seat of your endogenous immune system. The innate strength and capacity to transform challenge, whether it's bacterial or viral, emotional, energetic, political, mental, experiential, to transform the discomfort, to sit with it, to honor the discomfort as a master teacher. Let it reveal its gift to you. You know, Emerson said, adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. And orient the fingers up, bring the palms of the hands together. Lean forward for a moment here. And come back up into the vertical alignment. Huge breath, eyes closed. Remembering to take your time to stay in the dance, to keep your hands on the ball, the energetic ball, to enjoy the slow design. Of emerging by and by with each passing breath. Adopt the pace of nature. Stay patient. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon. Sat Nam.